This guy's
Valerie
wild,
is
dude.
calling my phone.
Yes, I believe Christine
Okay.
gave you your
I'm
phone.
gonna get one. Even
Okay,
if
you're
I'm
live.
yeah, can you get me one? It's like 1,000. Tim, you want one?
No, I'm good,
Tom,
thank you.
we're live.
We're live? Okay, thank you, let me know.
Well, you want me to go and sit in Rudy's spot, because I don't think he's coming. So
Yeah,
you're
you
not
can
up
sit in
there.
Rudy's spot.
I'll go sit in Rudy's spot, because he's not coming. All right. Just so you're not the only one up there.
Over here.
Hi, ma'am. Can I
Rob,
jack
hello.
to the conference room? Because I'll be like,
Very sharp. Big man.
Wow, I've never sat in this seat for a
It's a different perspective, right?
I've
Well,
never had, in 3 years.
on the zoning board, I sit in this seat, but I haven't sat on this seat in a long time.
But do you understand, like Rudy's been sitting there for 3 years.
More than that, I think. Oh, no, more, 4 years, I think.
Yeah, this is his fourth year, because I've sat next to him.
This is
every-
his fourth
He
year.
actually called me, he was like,
I thought you'd be interested.
should I,
Great,
take another
great
seat
information.
on the day?
It was.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can go back to.
Hopefully, we can all be back on the dais soon.
I don't.
It teaches a lot of,
It doesn't feel right not like everyone being on the dais.
I don't like it at all.
Hey, Rob. Hi, Rob.
Wanna sit here? Rob, sit there, no?
Yeah, why don't you sit there instead, so you're a little closer? Because Rudy's not coming today. He's feeling under the weather.
Is your microphone on like extra tonight?
I'm not sure.
I hear you amplified.
I can push it back a little.
I noticed this can look that color ties, but here's the look. Even though it's not my favorite color.
Have anything good?
I think so. I hope so. If not, she could take it back. I made sure of that, just in case. Yeah.
It's filming, Rob, you say,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's live right now.
I'm not gonna make any rude gestures or anything.
Still got 2 minutes. It's 6:58.
Got it.
Did it run through?
Charge us $1 for looking at that stuff.
You're lucky I don't. You know how many people would come get this early and give it to associates and they read it for the whole week? That's what the big firms would
It's
do.
all the stuff on the sign you done stuff.
Yeah. I look at it as a need to know basis, an exercise. Were you okay?
It's a little under the weather.
Yeah.
I think you got a little exhaustion, a little bit of a cold.
You worked
So
hard.
it's throat though. Just sore throat.
You worked hard.
I got some chicken soup last night to the best kept secret in town, 3 chicas. You ever have chicken soup there?
No,
It's outrageous.
That's
I don't
great.
bite, I don't eat anything Mexican.
Yeah.
The chicken soup, you can't believe
is
it.
it spicy or is it just straight
It's
chicken
like
soup?
perfect, and it's thick, and
It's public information.
it's very easy. It's like $6.50 for a
Those ladies
big
back
thing.
there, they cook, they did a nice job.
Yeah, they're
cooking.
nice.
Good.
I don't see a problem with that at all. It's factually correct.
I got him one, I got Mary one. Ate some points at home,
She
so.
doing okay?
Huh?
Is she doing okay or she sick?
No, but she had like a little, thought it might have been a cold, but people don't seem to get colds.
Yeah.
Nancy, it's 7 o'clock. I'm gonna get started. The 7 PM work session meeting is called to order. Can we get a roll of the Township Committee?
Mr. Boonstra? Mr. Madigan?
Here.
Mr. Melchiong?
Here.
Mr. Shanley?
Here.
Mayor Rubenstein?
Here. could you please read the open work session statement?
Please take notice that in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-6 and in consideration of Executive Order Number 103, issued by Governor Murphy on March 9, 2020, declaring a state of emergency in the state of New Jersey, the Committee of the Township of Wykoff does hereby notify the public that to protect the health, safety, and welfare of our citizens while ensuring the continued functioning of government, this meeting of the Township Committee of the Township of Wykoff scheduled for 7 p.m. Tuesday, February 9th, 2021 at Wykoff Town Hall, 340 Franklin Avenue, Wykoff, New Jersey, 07481, will be live streamed via the Township of Wykoff's YouTube channel. And members of the public may call 201-891-7000, extension 222, should they wish to provide public comment during the public comment period. Members of the public may also email their public comments to wykoffclerk@wykoff-nj.com before 3 p.m. on the day of the meeting. These comments will be read at the meeting during the public comment period. These measures are implemented to allow members of the public to observe the meeting via live streaming and to provide to the public the ability to comment before the meeting through written comments as well as during the period for public comment which appears on the agenda for the meeting. This notice and agenda have been posted on the front door of Town Hall facing Franklin Avenue and on the Township's homepage, wykoff-nj.com, at the quick link for minutes and agendas on Friday, February 5th, 2021. Please select Township Committee and locate the date of the meeting to view documents such as resolutions and ordinances which would otherwise be made available. General instructions regarding access to the meeting will be posted on the Wykoff website's homepage at wykoff-nj.com as a news item on Friday, February 5th, 2021 by 4:30 p.m. To view the Township Committee meeting via live stream, please access the YouTube link, which will be posted on the Wykoff website's homepage at wykoff-nj.com as a news item immediately prior to the commencement of the meeting at approximately 6:55 p.m. on February 9th, 2021. To be notified of all future live streamed Township meetings, please create a YouTube account and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Township of Wykoff. In the event the YouTube platform modifies its connectivity protocols and does not announce these critical changes again in the future, instructions on how to view each meeting via Zoom technology will be posted at the news section of the Township's homepage, wykoff-nj.com, before 7:10 p.m. This second method is provided to ensure the continuity of government on platforms which the Township does not control, establish unannounced changes, and will only be utilized if it is not possible to conduct the meeting via live stream on YouTube. As a precaution for this Plan B, the following instructions are provided. Please locate the link posted on the news item announcing the Township Committee meeting on the homepage of our website and use this link for the February 9th, 2021 meeting set to begin at 7 p.m. This regular work session meeting of the Wykoff Township Committee is now in session. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, notice of this meeting appears on our annual schedule of meetings. A copy of said annual schedule has been posted on the bulletin board in Memorial Town Hall. A copy has been filed with the municipal clerk, as well as the Record, the Ridgewood News, and the North Jersey Herald and News, all newspapers having a general circulation throughout the Township of Wykoff. At least 48 hours prior to this meeting, the agenda thereof was similarly posted, filed, and emailed to said newspapers. The agenda, with the resolutions and ordinances to be considered, was posted on the Township's website at Minutes and Agendas on the Friday prior to this meeting.
Thank you, Nancy. And can I confirm that the Finance Committee has reviewed and signed all the vouchers?
They are all signed.
Thank you. Were there any written public comments received before 3 o'clock today?
No, there were not.
Okay. Then can I get a motion to open the 10-minute public comment period?
So moved.
Second.
Okay.
Tim and then Tom.
Mr. Boonstra? Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
Mayor Rubenstein?
Yes, so we are going to have a 10-minute public comment period, 2 minutes per speaker for public comment on any governmental issue that a member of the public feels may be of concern to the residents of the Township of Wykoff. Please call 201-891-7000, extension 222, if you want to make a comment. And again, it's 201-891-7000, extension 222, if you would wish to make a comment. Hi, can you please state your name and your address?
Lisa Eidel, 408 Buckingham Circle, Wykoff. I'm just calling because I want to thank the Township Committee for raising the Black History Month flag this month, but I also wanted to make sure if we could address the updating of the resolution that lists the flags we're going to fly going forward so that the Black History Month is included. So we don't have to go through this every year, and to ask that the proclamation for Black History Month be made for the month of February going forward.
Thank you for your comment.
Yep.
Hi, Wyckoff Township Committee meeting. Can you please state your name and your address?
Yes, Danielle Compichello, 731 Hickory Hill.
Thanks, Danielle. What's your comment?
Hi, I just wanted to say thank you so much for being the leaders that we need in this town. We really appreciate that you guys listened, made an attempt to try to make everybody happy, and I think it's just really great how much you guys are trying to make a difference with people that unfortunately sometimes don't seem to, I don't know, be happy with everything. But we do appreciate it. There's many of us that are very happy with everything you guys are doing. You guys work tirelessly and for every part of every person in this town. So I just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you.
Nice.
Hi, you're on with the Wyckoff Township Committee. Can you state your name and your address?
Yes, hi, my name is Gina O'Rourke. I live at 274 Birch Parkway.
Gina, could you turn off your live feed right now? Because it's just echoing in the background.
Still there?
Hello?
Hello?
Gina?
Hello?
Hi, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, is this Gina?
No?
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Can you state your name and your address?
Sure. This is Carla, what I think I need to do, which was say, yeah, okay. This is Carla Papalardo, 717 Birchwood Drive in Wyckoff. I'm calling to thank you for flying the Black History Month flag and to thank you for also recognizing the Heart Association and heart disease this month. I think both issues are recognized on a national basis, but this is the month that these are recognized and celebrated or recognized. I don't know what other word to use, honestly. Mayor would say. On the sort of the issue of raising flags and using that issue flagpole that we have there near the library, I'd like to, before we get too far into February, posit the idea of raising the flag next month for Women's History. So that is my comment to you. I'd like you to consider that. And I think when the whole question of raising flags and gay pride came up, if I recall correctly, there was a reference to what the Library of Congress Township. So I believe, it may just be helpful if we can flesh out what those are on a month-to-month basis rather than waiting.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hi, please state your name and address.
Hi, my name is Gina O'Rourke. I live at 274 Birch Parkway here in Wyckoff.
Hi, Gina.
I'd like to thank the Township Committee for raising the Black History Month flag at the Memorial Town Hall complex. At this time, I'd like to ask that the Black History Month flag be added to the memorandum that states which flags will be flown in town. I'd like to ensure that the Black History Month flag is flown every February going forward. In addition, I ask that in the future, the lines of communication be more open for discussion of such matters. it would be helpful to understand how residents can bring similar matters up for discussion with the Township Committee. I know that there were some gaps recently. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. I'm gonna give it another 2 minutes, so we have the full 10 minutes. And Ms. Guevara is calling in at 7:15? Is that what we?
Yes.
Yes? Okay,
That's what was requested.
okay, thank you. Hi, could you please state your name and address?
Karen Scoropanos, 294 Wiley Place.
Thank you. What's your comment?
Oh, I don't have a comment. I was just trying to get to the township meeting.
You've actually called in for public comment. You can view the Township Committee meeting on the town's YouTube channel, which is on the homepage of our
okay.
website.
Thank you.
Thanks. So hearing no one else, can I get a motion to close the public comment period?
Motion to close.
Second.
Mr. Bunstead? Mr. Madigan?
Yeah.
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
Mayor Rubenstein?
Yes. And Bob, can we get a review of the 8 p.m. Meeting agenda? Oh, you know what? I think this is Ms. Guevara, so I'm going to take this. I hope this is Ms. Guevara. Hello?
Hello. Hi, this is Valerie.
Hi, Valerie. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. This is Mayor Rubenstein and the rest of the Wyckoff Township Committee, and you are live on our meeting so that we can... Hi. So thank you so much for calling in. We really, we heard about your accomplishment through social media and really just wanted to present you with a letter from the Township Committee recognizing, your achievement. So if it's okay, I'm going to read it to you.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay. Dear Miss Guevara, is that how you pronounce your name?
Yeah, actually, you got it.
Thank you. Okay, on behalf of the Township of Wyckoff, we would like to applaud you on your very inventive and inspirational Teen Health 101 project that was recently recognized by NorthJersey.com. Your school project, which is developing into a highly notable and flourishing online multimedia platform for young adults, comes at no better time now with so many teens struggling with stress and worry about the COVID-19 pandemic, isolation from friends and family, academic concerns, and not to mention mental health challenges that affect our youth today. We wish you great success in continuing your endeavor to help this generation of teens as they navigate their way through this difficult time and know that there is a place where they can learn about suitable health information that is appropriate for their age. We are always proud to learn of and acknowledge the outstanding efforts of our Wyckoff students. Keep up the great work. Mayor Rubenstein and the Wyckoff Township Committee. Could you just tell us really quickly about your project?
Okay, so I'll give like a brief summary. So Teen Health 101 is a student-led kind of nonprofit organization that focuses on creating multimedia and reliable resources about health, fitness, and like science to educate and inform the youth. So like our mission at Teen Health 101 is to combat the spread of misinformation, obviously about health, and be a platform for the youth to find simple and accurate information about all things health. So we utilize modern day forms of communication, so such as our notable, like the website, blog posts, social media, and more recently podcasts to accomplish this mission. And then topics, obviously, like you mentioned, that we cover across all of our platforms include mental health and nutrition and fitness.
Well, I think it's an amazing project, especially right now when people are having so many mental health concerns and they have questions about COVID and their own health. I, for one, have been known to Google symptoms, which I don't think is the best way to do it. So I appreciate that there's a platform for our youth to get reliable information, given that the internet is not always a source of reliable information. So we just want to commend you on your work and keep it up. And we look forward to hopefully meeting you in person one day when the pandemic subsides. Does anyone else want to say anything?
Congratulations.
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 Great work.
Thank you so much.
They all say congratulations.
Thank you all so much.
All right, great.
Really
Well, we
appreciate
will-
all the support.
We will get you the letter from the Township Committee, and thank you so much for calling in.
Of course. Thank you everyone for your support.
All right, thanks, Valerie.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Bob, can we get a review of the 8 p.m. meeting?
Yes, we have two ordinances scheduled for public hearing and further consideration. One ordinance appropriates a $30,000 grant from the Bergen County Community Development Block Grant Program, and that will be used to construct new energy-efficient windows at the Larkin Senior Citizen House. The other ordinance appropriates grants totaling $386,000 from the New Jersey Department of Transportation, and those grants will be used to pave later in the summer Mountain Avenue. We have a number of resolutions to be considered. We have 6 contract awards. We have 2 resolutions which authorize shared services, and we also have an application to apply for an electric vehicle station, which is a grant as well. And I can answer any questions on those matters.
Do you also want to review the PAIs?
Yes, if I can. I'd like to review a couple things with the governing body. The first is under the category of upcoming community events. We have received the notice from the county regarding the regional waste collection days for this year, 2021. They have been posted on our website, and they've been added to the Recycle Coach app. They will also be distributed through our weekly e-news communication. If, Madam Mayor, if I can take a second to put a plug in for the Recycle Coach app. It's a free app. It's available to residents, and it has reminded me many times when I may have missed my recycling and garbage dates, so I think it's very, very helpful.
And on that note, I'll plug the town hall staff who has worked hard with the Recycle Coach app, and we have over 2,000 residents currently signed up. So we'd like to see even more than that, but it's been an enormous success in the past year.
Thank you. We have scheduled for April 24th, which is a Saturday, the annual townwide cleanup day known as Team Up to Tidy Up Wyckoff. Again, that will be a COVID-compliant event. The day before, which is Friday, April 23rd, we will have our annual community personal paper shredding event known colloquially as Shredfest. That has been approved through the Environmental Commission, and that will be scheduled for Friday, April 23rd. It will be conducted by the DPW, so it will again be a COVID-compliant event. A couple items I'd like to bring to your attention. Our police chief, Dave Murphy, was able to obtain some free surgical masks from the Ford Motor Company, and he distributed them to the ambulance, fire department, and police department. In the packet, we saw some new COVID information guidance from our insurance carrier. We continue to struggle with staffing our offices. We've had a number of employees out, either on quarantine, but we just received one yesterday back, so that's also very, very good. I have sent an extension to the Bergen County, as per the governing body's direction. I've sent a request requesting an extension to the Bergen County Open Space Grant for the purchase of Maple Lake. I called yesterday inquiring on it. I'm waiting for a return call back. I just want to make sure that that grant is encumbered for us. We're hopeful that the planning board will be able to either schedule the review of the subdivision application or schedule a special meeting to move that along. The other item of note is that the Orange and Rockland utility has begun today with a tree service, which will be Nelson Tree Service. They're going to be in their area cutting branches that have the potential of falling and striking power outages so that we can avoid some electric outages due to storms. I did want to point out to you that we've experienced an increase in phishing attempts to our employee emails, and my weekly reminders and the coaching moments we provide must be helpful because we seem to be catching quite a few of them. As it relates to the nor'easter that fell 24 inches of snow over 2.5 days, thanks really need to be extended to our volunteer firefighters and our volunteer ambulance EMTs. They actually staffed themselves and located themselves at their buildings so that if calls came in, they would be able to respond in a much quicker manner. And those volunteers respond, but they made sure that they would be able to respond quicker. I'd also like to recognize our police department, who was out on the road during the entire storm and didn't take a break. And of course, our DPW staff who did the plowing. Another critical participant, which is important to recognize, is that we really appreciate all the residents and the motorists who stayed off the road and allowed the DPW to do their job. It made it a lot easier with the decrease in traffic. So we thank those residents who helped us in that manner. I'd also would like to point out to you that the Wyckoff Police Department has received a certification that its use of force policies in compliance with the United States Department of Justice regulations, and as such, our police department now qualifies for discretionary federal grants. The chief and I would like to thank the committee for funding the tools that made this possible, and our police officers for embracing all the training and the policies. Our rabies late fee is going to be extended from February 8th to March 1st due to the unavailability of some vet offices, which we've been told by a number of our pet owners in our community. And I think that's what I had to update the governing body with at this time.
Thank you so much. So we're going to go to reports of Township Committee members. Tom, do you want to get started?
Sure. A couple of things. I was able to attend the safety meeting today. It was a Zoom meeting. I was in Town Hall. It's held quarterly with our department heads, and I just want to compliment all those that are involved in the township under Bob's leadership. That this is one of the things that we do, not only for the safety of our employee and residents, but to help us with our insurance rates. Last night, I attended the February meeting of the Wyckoff K-8 Board of Education. The meeting lasted over 2 hours. There was much discussion and frustration conveyed by many of the parents about the lack of communication and transparency concerning the scandal at Eisenhower School over the removal of the principal and vice principal. As an FYI, the board did appoint Grace White acting principal last evening at the meeting. Additionally, the parents expressed their upset at the many conflicting and not so clear direction of the schools with virtual and closing of the schools. Both issues, the public and the parents, were very frustrated. I was also at the fire department last night as fire commissioner. I was happy to be there. It was virtual. I was at company one. All three companies were on hand, and they were doing virtual. And they've been doing virtual drills as well, and it was very well attended. The Wyckoff Fire Department, all three groups hope to attend their March 15th meeting live. So that's positive. We want to thank them for all the work that they did. As Bob Shannon had mentioned, they even were at the firehouses the night of the big storm. Should there be an emergency, they were able to respond quicker. And just as a reminder, please shovel out those fire hydrants near your home. And then the other item I have to report on is the Flag Subcommittee report. So please bear with me just for clarity and context. Little background, the history of the Flag Subcommittee came when I was mayor in 2019, and it comprised of myself and Melissa Rubenstein. And we did a summary report the end of July. We called the subcommittee meeting together in June. In the end of July, we had a government speech report. And as part of that report, we reported to the township. The township shall fly the Township of Wyckoff flag and flags that represent various messages the Township Committee chooses to convey. The subcommittee recommends that government speech through the use of flags shall include at this time, in the month of February, Healthy Heart Awareness, May, Honor and Remember flag, to be flown in remembrance of every American veteran and our military fallen heroes. June, LGBTQ Pride flag. October, Breast Cancer Awareness. Then, the following week, we had a resolution, resolution number 19263. It was August 6th meeting, which coincidentally can be seen. And those that are interested, it's kind of nice because it's on YouTube. And this discussion, which went on and was very clear, and it's good to go back and look at, was actually only the second meeting that we had recorded the Township Committee meeting. And again, I want to compliment Melissa and myself as co-chairs on our Finance Committee, and along with the other members of the governing body that were anxious to foster more transparency. At that meeting, we came up with a resolution, number 19263, and I'm just going to read part of that, just for clarity. The Township of Wyckoff shall construct a flagpole within the municipal campus at Block 238. The flagpole will be located within the grass area at the intersection of Woodland Ave and Voorhees Ave, directly across from the ambulance building and adjacent to Company Number 1 Firehouse. This location has been chosen since it constitutes a central location of community recreation, being directly adjacent to the municipal playground, recreation fields, and the township's free public library. The site receives significant pedestrian and vehicular traffic and sits at an elevation within the municipal campus, which will provide for optimal visibility. The site will allow for the communication of both the sovereignty of the Township of Wyckoff and various messages the Township of Wyckoff chooses to endorse. The Township of Wyckoff shall fly atop this flag, the official flag of the Township of Wyckoff, to be designed at the discretion of the township, that shall generally bear the official seal of the Township of Wyckoff, and below the official flag, the township may fly a flag or flags that communicate a position of principle espoused by the governing body of the Township of Wyckoff through Township Committee resolution. Such a flag or flags may be flown for a period of time to be determined by the Township Committee. A plaque shall be placed at the base of the flagpole which states the following: the Township of Wyckoff establishes this flagpole as a means of communicating messages of support, recognition, and acceptance from the municipal government to its citizens and to all who bear witness. Finally, the Township of Wyckoff declares the flagpole and the general area around the flagpole, including but not limited to the grounds of the Wyckoff Public Library and field adjacent shall not be a public forum and is designated as property for the purpose of government speech, and that the government's message to the people is clear, unambiguous, and without confusion. So on this January 2021, we did receive a request, and it was the middle of January, from some residents who expressed a desire to fly a flag for February Black History Month. Knowing that this township committee was not meeting until tonight, February 9th, it was recommended that Melissa, our mayor, and I, as members of the Flag Subcommittee, meet and prepare a recommendation to present to the Township Committee. We met in good faith, and despite the many respectful, and we appreciated respectful comments and requests, as well as unfortunately many nasty and inappropriate and hurtful comments about the township flying the Healthy Heart flag as we had done in 2020. In conclusion, at this portion, both Melissa and I met as a subcommittee and then recommended that we could and would also fly a Black History flag, responding to residents' petition that was also forwarded to us. However, I just want to state for the record that the number one killer of women in the United States is heart disease. And that those that were so critical of us flying the Heart Health Month should be aware of this. It's also a long tradition in Wyckoff to recognize and wear Red Day to promote Healthy Heart Month. Also, as a 25-year member of Rotary, our Rotary District is particularly proud of the many charitable endeavors, and especially for providing life-saving heart surgery for youngsters from all over the world. They're living in third world countries, and they would die without surgery. In fact, we have saved many lives, and over 1,000 lives in our district the past 30 years, including the first gift of life child from Uganda, followed by children from the Philippines, Nicaragua, Guatemala, Ukraine, Bolivia, Nigeria, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Peru, just to name a few. And Mary and I hosted 4 children from overseas and welcomed them into our home with our 7 children and provided them the love and the support that all mothers and fathers ask for. And we were blessed by the doctors at Montefiore and New York Medical Center that performed the life-saving open heart surgery for these 4 children whom we still communicate with today. Also, after our 10-year-old daughter Bitsy was killed in a tragic accident in town, Mary and I donated her organs to help other families, including kidneys, her liver, the lungs, her eyes, the pancreas, and her heart. And all 8 people benefited from these organs. And we were heartbroken 10 years later, and just 10 years ago, when our daughter Alicia died from a sudden and rare heart disease. Therefore, those insensitive and mean-spirited people that chose to email and texted that Healthy Heart Month has no meaning, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, please don't tell that to me. And we're happy that it got resolved, and we're happy that we're doing the right thing. And that's all I have to report. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom, and thank you for telling your personal story. We do appreciate it.
Nice job, Tom.
Pete, you're next.
All right, first, I also want to thank the DPW, police, fire department, and EMS for their great work in this snowstorm this past week. I also want to thank our clerk and our administrator who work weekends and nights to make sure they get the messaging and updates out to all the residents of Wyckoff so they're informed, as soon as possible. I attended the YMCA reorg with our mayor, also 2 ribbon cuttings in town. I also participated in Wear Red Day at Town Hall for American Heart Health Month. As many of you know, that is also for the month of February. And it was especially important for me because I got to wear my my little cousin Danielle's t-shirt. Team Danielle, she was born with a hole in her heart and she had major surgeries as a child. She's healthy and 16 now, but we do a walk every year to raise money for children born with heart defects. So that was very important to me, and I'm very happy that we are flying the heart health flag at Town Hall. And, you know, just going on what Tom said a little bit, we did receive some disturbing messages about why are we flying the just the heart flag, it's just a disease flagpole, but I think that's a little bit unfair. I know a lot of us has all been touched with a story of someone with some type of disease, a heart disease, so, you know, it should get the recognition, and it is get the recognition it deserves. February is also Black History Month, which is celebrated throughout the town, state, and country. We are also flying a flag recognizing Black History Month. We are an inclusive community here in Wyckoff. So once again, it also was a little disturbing, some of the comments we received, because it's nowhere near the truth. We do celebrate Black History Month in Wyckoff. We're flying the flag. We sent out e-news alerts, social media posts, and there's educational displays at our library. I also would like to read a statement that we put out regarding the vaccines here in Wyckoff and our Board of Health and how it operates with health departments. So Wyckoff is one of 38 municipalities in Bergen County that contract with the Bergen County Department of Health for professional health services as a shared service. Bergen County Department of Health will not be providing COVID-19 vaccinations in any of these 38 municipalities at this time, including our flow area towns. The Township and Board of Health have requested that the State Department of Health operate a vaccination site here in Wyckoff, and the state has advised they are not currently approving any local sites. The Bergen County Health Department recommends that residents access a site established by the New Jersey Department of Health, register for the state's program at covidvaccine.nj.gov. Also, one of our neighboring towns, Ridgewood, who has their own health department, was approved for a local vaccine site and has sent out the following message that they received from Bergen County. Local clinics have been notified by Bergen County of their decision to retain all allocated doses from the state, and that they, Bergen County, will not provide any vaccines to local clinics. Additionally, Bergen County stated this will be the practice for the foreseeable future. So we will still continue to push the county and the state, and we will do whatever we could do to try to bring vaccines here into Wyckoff, but unfortunately it is being controlled at the state and at the county level. And then lastly, I just want to thank Mayor Rubenstein for her leadership, for all the residents of Wyckoff in the past 6 weeks, and what she's done. And that's it.
Thank you. All right, Tim?
Thank you. I'll be short. I'll just give an update on the DPW. As the liaison to the DPW, they've done a great job with these storms. The storm that gave us 20 to 24 inches was a challenge, but they got through it. They got our roads open very quickly, and they continue to do it today with the snow we got. We've had a number of smaller snowstorms since then, which they've done a good job of getting them open. And it looks like our weather pattern is going to continue for the next week or so in the same manner, where they're going to be out, opening roads in the middle of the night, sometimes during the day, and trying to keep the roads open. So thank you to the residents who are staying home and off the roads to permit our DPW to clean the roads so that we can all travel where we need to get to once the storm is over. An update on recreation. The Torpedoes had contacted Andy Wigfield, our rec director, wanting to donate a plow for the fields so that the snow could be plowed off of Pullis and have our DPW do it. But once we told them that the DPW is pretty busy removing snow from roads, that it would be something that would be done when they had the time, they decided they wanted to hire somebody to plow the snow off, and I believe they got the company that installed the field at Pullis, Land Tech, who they paid a lot of money to remove the snow from the 20 to 24 inch. And then we got the, storm over the weekend, we got the latest storm, so there's snow back on the field. So that's an update for recreation, other than the U8 tryouts, baseball tryouts were today, the rec department hired an outside company to do the tryouts. So the boys were there in the Oakland facility today, trying out. They were there yesterday. They'll probably find out their results at the end of the week. I was also here for the Wear Red Day for our Heart Health Month, celebration. Was glad to see Nancy. Great job of putting that together onto of all the photos. It's sort of like the Brady Bunch style. It came out very nice. And I also want to thank everyone for agreeing to put up the Black History Month flag along with the Heart Health flag. I think it's very important that we celebrate Black History Month and heart awareness as well. And I'm also working with the DPW to make sure that we can have 3 flags on that in the future, so we can have our Wyckoff flag back
Tim,
up
I think
there.
we actually did it today. Scotty figured out
Oh,
how
he
to
did.
do
He
it, so
did.
we have
Good.
all 3 flags on. We have Wyckoff,
That's,
Heart Health,
yeah,
and
he
Black
said he
History
was,
Month.
I didn't check with him today, I didn't want to, because he was in the middle of snow removal. I didn't want him to have to, try to do that, but he said he would definitely be able to do it, he just had to figure out what tools he needed. That's great that it's set up,
I've
so that
learned
we-
in 3 years that our DPW
they can do just about
everything.
everything. I mean,
So-
look at the room that they built
Yeah.
us here. So it's fantastic. So I'm glad to see that we have our Wyckoff flag and we have our Black History Month flag and the Heart flag. That's fantastic. So thanks. That's all.
All right, thanks, Tim. So just a couple of things. I also want to thank the fire department, the DPW, the EMS, and our police commissioner and our police department for their outstanding work in the storm. And thank you to all the residents that stayed off the roads for those 48 hours. Our guys were able to get out and clear the roads, and there were actually minimal police calls, minimal fire calls, so we really, really appreciate it. And special thanks to Kyle Ferrara. This was his first big storm, big event as director of OEM. So he did an outstanding job updating the Township Committee after every 12-hour shift. We got a detailed report, so thank you, Kyle. I also attended the opening of Spa 9, our new business in town, so we welcome them. They're over on Everett. And I also attended the groundbreaking of the ECCR site that's going to have a new house for developmentally disabled adults. So thank you so much for the rest of the Township Committee for attending both of those. And I was able to do the swearing in of the new officers at the Y, and it's always a pleasure to be there. I have a long history there with my kids, and it was nice just to see some familiar faces that I haven't seen in almost a year. So that was great. Thank you again to Nancy for putting together our Red Day collage, Brady Bunch style. Hopefully by next year, we will be able to take our photo on Town Hall steps again. Planning Board and Library Board are meeting in the next 9 days. Library, I had the pleasure of speaking to Laura Leonard today, and she was filling me in on some of the displays that they've put up. When we have a flag, we like to have corresponding displays at the library, and they were very helpful to residents who came in and asked to see those displays, so thank you for that. And just a little bit about the flags that we put up. So obviously we put up the Heart Health flag. We want to raise awareness. We want, people to go to their doctors, get checked, learn about heart disease. And on the subject of the Black History Month flag, we chose that flag specifically because of the faces on the flag. And if you zoom in on the photo of the flag, you can see various faces of African Americans who have made an impact on the history of this country. When I looked at it, I have to say, I didn't know who 75% of the faces were. Once I knew their names, I knew a little bit about the history. But so for one night, me and my mom and my sister, we kind of crowdsourced who these people were and the contributions that they made. So I want people to not just see these flags and say they're nice looking flags, but dig a little deeper. They're there so that we as a community can learn about what's up there on the flag. So thank you to everybody for getting that done. Also, I would encourage everybody to follow Wyckoff Local Government on Facebook. It's the township's official Facebook page. And all information about the storm. We had our Nancy and Bob and our town hall staff were amazing about putting out information about garbage, recycling, plowing. So if you follow Wyckoff Local Government on Facebook, it's much more reliable than trying to get information from a Facebook group. So we urge everybody, just like the Recycle Coach app, to follow Wyckoff Local Government. And lastly, I'd like to thank all of our coaches, teachers, and parents in Wyckoff. It's been a really tough last few weeks. You know, our schools were shut down for 6 weeks to go virtual. A lot of our kids have come back and then gone out again for 2 weeks. And the parents and the teachers and the coaches have made such an effort to just keep these kids going and give them some sense of normalcy. So I commend all of you. Also our coaches who are showing up weekend after weekend, and there are no parents there. So they're really in charge of these kids and making sure that they're taken care of, and then reporting back to the parents who desperately want to watch their kids play and can't. And we get updates all the time from the coaches, and we get to share them with our kids and what they did well in the games. And we're trying as well as we can to stay connected as a community, and right now that's difficult, but I commend everybody who's doing that. So that's all I have. Rob, can you give us the report of the township attorney?
Sure, thank you. Okay, on January 25th, we had our final hearing before Judge Padovano with respect to our declaratory judgment action for our third round COA plan, which was filed in July of 2015. So I've been waiting a long time to report this, but we have in fact received our final judgment of compliance and repose. The actual written order is en route to the court now. I had sent that to Fair Share just to make sure, they were happy with the language in the order. But essentially what that means is we now have, our plan was deemed satisfactory by the court, and our settlement agreement Fair Share was deemed satisfactory, and we have protection from builders' remedy lawsuits through 2025, which at that point we can start, I guess a little prior to that, we'll start working on the next round. But it's a good thing, and it's been a long process, and I want to thank Bob Shannon. He put in a tremendous amount of work, and also our planners. We went through 2 planners on this, Betsy McKenzie and Beth McManus, but everyone did a great job on it, and we got through it.
Rob, we need to thank you. You got us through this, and it was a tremendous effort by you and your associates, and without you, we couldn't have done this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great
Thank you.
job, Ron.
Had a lot of help, and thank you, Bob. Along the same lines, yesterday we filed the subdivision application for Maple Lake. So we have a contract to purchase Maple Lake, which is also part of the third round plan, which we just talked about. And we're supposed to close within 45 days of the subdivision, so I'm hoping at the very latest we'll be in before the planning board on March 10th. We've also submitted with the county. We're trying to streamline the application there as well. I don't think it'll be an issue. I mean, the county, one department of the county has already, given us the grant to purchase, so hopefully we can wrap that up in the next few months. I prepared an interior block parking plan. There's also a memo, I just need to look at it. The memo has been prepared by my office with regard to the new marijuana bill and how that will affect our ordinance and what we may need to do, but you'll have that, I would think, this week. I just need time to take a look at it. And I'm also working with Lieutenant Kasich, Andy Wingfield, and Chief Murphy with regards to our existing ordinance and resolutions with regards to the scheduling of our rec fields. In particular, there's been some issues up at Polis. I think you guys are aware of where it's outside organizations coming in to use the fields, which is basically pushing our Wyckoff organizations and children out. So we're gonna have to find a way to enforce the ordinance we have on the books and make sure that we have control over scheduling the activities on the fields. That's it.
Thank you, Rob.
Yep.
I need a motion to recess the open work session.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Boonstra? Mr. Monaghan?
Yes.
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
Mayor Rubenstein?
Yes. We will be back.